citizens?
The project is going quite well. When we started, I guess with all projects, it starts with a bit of difficulties. It was an interesting innovation. So when we started, nobody believed that in a place like Dandora, where youth are normally known for criminal gangs, you could actually get young people without being paid to start working and transforming the areas that they're living in. So it was a bit of a challenge trying to convince the community. It was a big challenge trying to convince the youth themselves. But with time, we got a few people that bought into the project. And what we needed was just to have one case of success. And once we had that, and you actually had those photos that could show this is what the place looked like before, this is what it looks like after, then everybody believed this is actually possible. And then from there, it has been a sort of easy process to try to scale it to other places.
How is it, what is the impact it had on other cities? Are other cities in Kenya experimenting the same project, or is it just a thing about Nairobi for now?
For now, it's in Nairobi, and it's just in one part of Nairobi. This is something that is just 2 years old. So we still have a lot of things to learn about the best way to run it. But what I can say is that the impact can already be felt. If you come to Kenya, the most common expression you'll ever hear from people is, we would like to ask the government. Everybody believes everything has to be done by the government. So when the government is not doing anything, nobody is doing anything. But with this project, what we've seen is that if you can let people use the resources they have, and in this case we're using young people, the resource they have is time, the resource they have is energy. If they can invest their time and their own energy, their effort to create a change, then the process begins. And what we've noticed very interestingly is that there are places where, for example, government has been asked to rehabilitate roads. Nothing has happened for ages. But if you go to the places where the youth took the initial step and actually did something to clean up the area they live in, the government has come in and rehabilitated the place and created new roads. So we are introducing a new model where the citizens take the very first action, and then the government comes to build on what the citizens have started. And the impact has been amazing. We are seeing young people are getting jobs. We are seeing an improved security in the areas that people are living in. And people can finally go back to a place they call a nice, decent, clean place, which is dignified, that they can call home.
When usually people live in areas which are more secure, more lively, actually, what you have done to Nairobi, more or less, is the area becomes more secure automatically because people start going out, bringing children to the gardens, etc. So the area, the city becomes more secure with just,
But just being clean.
Being clean,
yes.
Being livable.
Yes.
It's extraordinary.
It's true. I mean, for us, it happens in the way that you just described it. One of the things that has changed is there are a lot of places, like you take a street that the youth have decided we are going to rehabilitate this place. You will find a lot of kiosks which nobody is using. So during the day, they're just lying there. At night, you find criminals would sit in these kiosks, and as people are coming in, they grab them. But now, with the rehabilitation being done, all these kiosks are being moved away from the streets, so they no longer are there. So those dark spots that used to be where people would be grabbed, especially women, no longer exist. And then, as you say, we have a lot more people walking in the street because it's now clean. You're not afraid that you'll be walking and step into rubbish or stagnant water or a filthy place. So Dutch people are feeling much more lively. They're coming out. They're spending time out, and people are talking to each other more because you're connecting more on the streets, and it is really changing the entire dynamics of the area.
Thank you.
Yeah.